Hey, it's Claudia Wood. Thank you for joining us. This is the first time we've tried a podcast in a long time, and we're going to try to get a lot better at it. I want to thank my sponsor, LookBookLink. It's a digital business card. I use it every day. It's $50 a year. Um, Try it out. I think you'd like it, and it's a better deal than paper cards because people throw those away. But once you're in their contacts, you're kind of hard to lose. And other businesses that might be interested in us sponsoring or mentioning you, just email it to me, Claudia Graham Wood at gmail.com, and we'll put you on our place or on our plate. Kay Middlebrooks, one of my best friends from Dublin, we're both from Dublin. We've moved away now, though she's moved to Carrollton and I'm up in Roswell, sent me a question that said, what's one of the best times of your life? Kay has been involved in some of the best times of my life. I always loved her and her mother. They were so close, just like sisters. She had a great family. She has great children, great husband, and she's a godly person, and it's been my blessing to know Kay all these years. I had another question. My friend Sherry Broadway says this is March is Women's Month, and who have I been impressed by and who've made a difference in my life as women? Well, Sherry, you're one of them because you're tall and thin and brilliant and beautiful. And my mother died when I was 10, and I was greatly influenced by both my grandmothers and my two aunts that I'm still lucky enough to have with me on my mother's sisters. I've always been blessed with a lot of wonderful friends and people that have been blessings and made a difference in my life. Um, I was born with five brothers, younger than I am, and I've never had any sisters. I always thought I wanted one. And my mother was pregnant with Ted. I just prayed the whole time that I could get a sister, but the Lord knew what was going on and knew what was down the road from us and thought I'd be better off with little brother Ted, my fourth one. And he was born on the 14th before my birthday on the 16th of October. So he's been my birthday present since I was 9 years old, and I'm really proud to have him and the other four. Um, we're having a writers' conference up at Kennedy Creek on May the 6th and the 7th. My friend Renee Winchester will be there. She's a wonderful writer. She wrote Outbound Train, and if you haven't read it, I suggest you do because we all grew up and went to high school with girls like was mentioned in the book. I almost became one of them myself. My nephew Cole, who I love, and he's just a blessing to all of us. He's my nephew. He's my brother Jeff's son. He posted on Facebook today, Cinderella removed one shoe and fell in love. What about all you people that's showing yourself almost naked? Have you hit on anything yet? My friend Karen Jenkins Young, I called her yesterday and wished her a happy birthday because I thought it was the 8th. Well, today's the 8th and today's Karen's birthday, so happy birthday, Karen. I want to talk to you a little bit about my place up in Suches, Kennedy Creek. Um, it's a wonderful facility. It's up in the mountains. We have 6 cabins, 4 huts, a dormitory that sleeps 18, and 2 big yurts that people love. We have a great kitchen, a great pavilion for events like weddings and family reunions. And if y'all would get smart, you'd realize it's a lot better to meet up with your family at a family reunion than at a funeral. We have a great chef, great food, great location. It's always cool. So I think we've got our logo on here. So check us out there. About 20 years ago, a group of my friends and I went to San Francisco. And we were country come to town for sure and was just having the biggest time. And there was a good looking man that had a wife that was not very attractive at all. And they wanted their pictures made on a video camera going into standing before the gates to Chinatown. So I volunteered to do it, having been the first time I'd ever even held a video camera, let alone tried to record anything. And we got to looking, and we all got to speculating on it like, good Lord, she must have a lot of money. Why in the world did he marry her? One friend went so far as to say, bow, wow. And all of a sudden I looked up and saw this red light that said, you hear my friend Mark hollering outside, that said, recording on. So anyway, we just ran and gave her the thing and ran down the street just laughing. And then I've kind of wondered through the years when they sat down to watch their trip to San Francisco with their family and everything, do they know what we said about them? They probably did, but they were in San Francisco and we're from Dublin, so the chances of us running into each other at Piggly Wiggly was pretty slim anyway, so I'm not going to have to worry about that much more. Let's see what else I've got. Oh, I've had some more questions come in. Do you have those, Eric?
Yes. How did Kennedy Creek get started?
Well,
Repeat my question in case.
how did Kennedy Creek get started? Well, the story to that is my brother-in-law was in China and he was looking for places to buy or places for sale with an airport. So he called me up and said he wanted me to go check it out for him and gave me a number to call. Well, the number I called, the people lived about a mile and a half from us in Roswell, so we went up to meet them. And we wound up buying it from them, and I was retired and loving every minute of it because I was watching anything I wanted to, go to the movies at 10 o'clock in the morning, read as many books and magazines as I could possibly buy when I went to Barnes and Nobles. And I was just completely happy. And then my husband decides, oh, by the way, I put Claudia in business and she can run this thing. Well, we didn't see COVID coming. And so we bought it in December. We took over in January. We couldn't even rent it out to September of 2020. So naturally, not knowing what I was doing, I had to kind of figure it out, which I've always been of the opinion to fake it till you can make it. And that worked out pretty well for me. But we're going into our second full year of business, and third full year, 2020, 2021, and we're starting 2022, and I kind of got a grasp on it now, so we think this will be a good year.
Well, that leads to the next question. Somebody's asking about weddings at Kennedy Creek. Do y'all do weddings up there?
We do weddings. We have a great wedding facility. We have a big pavilion that my husband built. It's timber frame. We'll have some pictures of our place decked out for weddings on some of the latest shows. We've got good prices on weddings. We've got 2 next month. I'm real excited. We had to hire somebody to help us. I'm real good at getting divorced, but I just never could figure out that wedding business.
Now, what about the food up there? Do y'all have a restaurant?
Yeah, we have a restaurant, and we have the only liquor license in Suches, and one of the few in Union County. And we serve a lot of the local wines and we have a great restaurant. It's open on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And are those the people that do the catering for your weddings?
They do. We have one guy, Chef Xavier, that does all our food productions, and he's real good too.
We assume you know other vendors around there, like florists and such.
We're set up for all that.
Okay, great.
We're set up to do in-house floral work, and we have our own wedding planner, and she brought a bunch of knowledge with her. And we have a great photographer, and he comes in and works 6 or 8 hours, gives you all your images on a zip drive, and you print and get what you want. It's a lot cheaper that way too. And he is fabulous. We're lucky to have him.
So do people also do corporate retreats up there?
We've had a few corporate retreats, and they've worked out real well. We're real close to Helen and Blairsville and Dahlonega and Blue Ridge. They're all about 45 minutes away from us. So we're a good place for day trips if people staying with us want to make a day trip. But we have classrooms and other facilities that's conducive to having corporate retreats.
Excellent. So what's been your biggest challenge with dealing with, you mentioned right after you opened it, COVID was a big challenge. Now it's just maybe getting the word out about what you're doing?
Well, you're helping us with that. Our biggest challenge was A, I didn't know what I was doing, and 2, I damn sure didn't know what I was doing. So we finally got it halfway figured out. So we're doing real well now, and we have a lot of repeat business, and that's a great thing.
And do you have family up there?
I have family up there all the time. I'm now they come from Dublin or other places to see me, but I've got 5 brothers, countless sister-in-laws, tons of nieces and nephews, and somebody's always coming to visit me, and I love it.
One of the things that I've always heard about Suches is how good it is for people that like to drive, like the motorcycle.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's getting really pretty now in the spring. And on weekends, sometimes there'll be 100 motorcycles come by, and there's car clubs up there. And it's just a real pretty place.
That's great.
And we have a little airport on our place, and we have some fly-ins where people come and spend the weekend with us. But
Hold on, stop right there. You're saying if somebody has a little private plane, they can fly into your property?
they sure can.
Wow, that's
We're home
great.
of the $10 hamburger, or they call it the $100 hamburger. We have a fly-in breakfast every Saturday morning. It starts at 8:30, goes on to about 11, and we have pilots come in and have breakfast and visit with other pilots, and then get on out of town.
Our understanding is your husband is a pilot. Is that true?
When my husband was 70 years old, he decided to start taking pilot lessons.
Wow.
And they fly these small tail dragger bush type planes. I've flown with him one time, and I did that to get away from some screaming children. I was ready to take my chances.
Well, we understand you love children and you have grandchildren. Is that true?
I have 2 children. I have my son Eric,
Okay,
who'll be 49 this year, and my daughter Angie, who'll be 46.
that's great.
And I have 3 grandchildren. My nephew, I have my, well, he's kind of like my grandson now. Holden, who's always with my grandson Alex. And then I have my granddaughter, baby Shay, who's now 26 years old, and Cameron, who's 29. And tons of great nieces and nephews.
So that reminds me, y'all probably also do family reunions up there.
Yeah,
at
we
the
just
resort.
mentioned that. We do a lot of family
Right,
reunions. We got
okay.
some schedule. We've got a week family reunion schedule for a family that's coming Father's Day week. And they have over 100 people that are coming. Some of them are bringing in pitching tents, and they've rented out all our facilities. So we're real happy about that.
And would you say that your busy season is summer or fall?
Oh,
or
fall. We've
fall?
got people now that's already rented.
Right.
That rented when they left last year for the same week.
Right. So you go to KennedyCreek.com to reserve. Is that what you do?
KennedyCreekResort.com.
Okay, great. Well, what do you have planned? What else do you have planned for the future? I'm going to look for some of the Facebook questions while you answer that one.
What do I have planned for the future? Well, we put up 2 yurts, and they're really popular. Those big round tents. We have king size beds in them and furniture, and they stay rented. We even had somebody rent it when it was so cold about 3 weekends ago, and I went and took them some blankets and another electric heater, and they said, "No, we're from Boston. We like it like this." And I was thinking, good Lord, there's 2 things I'm not going to do. I'm not going to pay to go to a scary movie, because I think that's just ridiculous. I'm not going to waste my money on something like that. I'm not paying anybody to scare me under any circumstances. And the second thing is, if I can help it, I'm going to be cool in the summer and warm in the winter. And I usually can help it. We're going to be a lot better and a lot longer. We need those questions, though. Talk to you soon. Have a good week, and please love your family and everybody around you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.